It is barbaric.
MAF said that they shouldn't be doing this. When I phoned MAF yesterday, they said that they should only be slaughtering young lambs because of the health regulations, that there should be a vet present, it should be in a registered slaughterhouse. But, of course, on your own land, you can slaughter animals for your own consumption.
There were also clashes between animal rights activists and Muslims at this licensed slaughterhouse 15 miles away in Upminster. However, managers say that the killing of 1,200 sheep was carried out in the presence of the official veterinary service and meat inspection officials, and in accordance with EC regulations.
Obviously they had a case to make, they just chose the wrong place to do it. There was a couple of festivals going on, illegally, held on open field sites in this area. Obviously they haven't found them, found an easy target, and obviously I suppose we was it.
As far as you're concerned, you follow all the right regulations.
Oh yes, we're very heavily policed in this job, very heavily.
Eid is the second of two important Islamic festivals and is celebrated by Muslims all over the world. It's inspired by the story of the Prophet Abraham and his son Isaac, which is described in the Bible and later in the Quran. Muslims have to follow the teaching of the prophets, and at Eid they offer a sacrifice of a sheep. After the sacrifice, families gather together to eat a meal. These Muslims say the slaughter of sheep is just the same as Christians having turkey for Christmas.
This isn't something new. You know, this place is licensed, and these animal welfare rights people, I don't know why, I mean, it's been, done in a proper way, okay? They haven't come and seen how it's done, so I don't know why they're making a big fuss out of it.
The RSPCA says that while religious traditions should be respected, they'd still like the law concerning animal slaughter changed so that animals are stunned first. Protesters say the more pressure they apply, the more chance they have of getting the law changed. Karen Ainley, Look East, Essex.
The boy who was badly injured on a ride at Pleasurewood Hills in Suffolk has been talking about the accident. Joe Smith was celebrating his birthday when he broke both ankles during a ride on a water coaster. The person in charge of the ride at the time has been suspended.
Woody Bear, the mascot of Pleasurewood Hills, called into hospital this morning to visit Joe Smith. Doctors say the 8-year-old's making good progress. He'll probably be transferred to a hospital closer to his Norfolk home tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
All right. My legs aren't quite sore as they was yesterday.
And is everyone looking after you very well here in hospital?
Yeah.
How much do you remember about what happened yesterday?
Well, we went on the road and we got on the dinghy. Some man pushed the button to let us down and the boat was still down there, walloped straight into the back of it. 2 broken legs for me, 1 broken ankle for my dad.
This was the terrifying moment when the accident happened. Joe and his father were at the top of the tidal wave roller coaster. Their dinghy was released down the slide before the one at the bottom had cleared. Although the 2 people in the front dinghy were thrown out, they only suffered minor bruising. Simon Smith, Joe's father, suffered a broken ankle, which was operated on this afternoon. The family's looking for answers.
The feeling really is a feeling of disbelief that could be allowed to happen, I think, on a ride like that where children are involved. It looks as if safety aspect really needs looking at.
At Pleasurewood Hills today, the tidal wave water coaster was in operation again, much to the delight of children and parents.
It's great, really enjoyed it. Daughter enjoyed it. Seemed quite safe, actually.
That's quite fun.
That's brilliant. It's probably one of the best rides in the park.
The company believes yesterday's accident was caused by operational rather than mechanical error. The dinghies are released by a member of staff who pushes a button at the top of the ride. Yesterday's operator, who had been fully trained on the coaster, has been suspended while an internal inquiry takes place. Pleasurewood Hills says it has an exemplary safety record, describing yesterday's incident as the most serious in its 15-year history.
Accidents do happen, they will always happen. What we must do is try our hardest to minimise their frequency and ensure that, to the best of our ability, they never happen again.
This afternoon, a 7-year-old boy fell from a slide and gashed his head. He needed 3 stitches and then went back to play on the rides. 425 people were injured at theme parks and fairgrounds last year. Statistically, children stand more chance of being injured on their way to the ground than while there. With the new season beginning, Pleasurewood Hills hopes to forget the last 24 hours. Joe's looking forward to returning soon, although he says he won't be going on the tidal wave coaster. Andrew Sinclair, Look East, Suffolk.
What a brave boy. Well,